Hello everyone, welcome to The Lift. Today I wanted to talk to you about something weird that I do that helps me to be able to lift a little bit more weight, but also helps me to focus on the right things. When I squat, or whenever I do anything where a barbell is on my back, I push my hands all the way out to the weights. Now it allows me to do a few different things, but what I do is I then focus on everything bad that has happened that day, and I just push as hard as I possibly can. And it really helps to get all of the anger out, but there always comes a point where I just feel like I cannot push another rep. There always comes a point where my body starts to hurt and I feel like it's completely over and there's no way I can push anymore. And what I do is I look at myself in the mirror and I see my arms stretched out the way that they are, and I remember what Jesus did for me. What I do is I focus on Him carrying that cross on His back, which was more weight than I will ever be able to lift. And I remember that even though I'm going through these difficult things, He went through the most difficult thing just for me. Not for Himself, but for me. Imagine all of the pain that you have in your life. Would you go through it for somebody else? Would you go through it for somebody who hates you? Would you take all of that pain and go through it not for yourself, not for anything that you could benefit from, but for someone that despises you, someone who doesn't ever want to know you, someone who would spit in your face if they saw you? That's what Jesus did. Jesus carried not only the pain of the cross, but He carried every single pain that you will ever face as well. And He carried it even for those people who will spit in His face every time they think about Him. I'm not saying that your problems don't mean anything. I'm not saying they're stupid, and I'm not saying that Jesus doesn't care, because none of those things are true. But what I can guarantee you is that if you will focus on what Jesus has done, that your problems and your pain will start to diminish, because you will understand that no matter what you face, the cross took it all. So I'd encourage you, if you do squat, push your arms out. Look at yourself and remember that Jesus bore that cross for you. When you do that, you'll find the strength that is so much more than muscles. This is The Lift.
Hey guys, this is Derek Sword with a workout tip for the day. I just wanted to give a quick one for a generalized health assessment. It's encouraged by the American Medical Association that everyone is encouraged to begin physical activity at some sort in their life, or continue physical activity if you've done it in the past. But it's always a wise choice, especially if you are getting started after a long time out, that you go to a physician for a physical to make sure that your heart, lungs, and other body organs are functional at an optimum level, and that you're healthy enough for strenuous physical activity. Everybody who wants to exercise thinks they're just fine, but it's always a good idea to make sure everything's going to be okay so we don't have any surprises. Remember, strength is more than muscles. This is Derek Sword. This is The Lift.